I'm Rich Grampanis. Thanks so much for logging on to ShoreSportsZone.com. I cannot believe 7 weeks are now in the books of high school football. We once again have highlights from all around Monmouth and Ocean County with our Week 7 Saturday highlight show. Let's get things started here in Neptune, where the Scarlet Flyers battled Wall in a Saturday afternoon matinee. It was just a gorgeous afternoon at Neptune, and the Scarlet Flyers, they were certainly flying. They go right to work on the opening drive. Royal Moore is settled in as the Neptune quarterback. Here he airs it out to O'Shane Curate. Go and get it. That's an awesome catch. 44 yards. Just like that, it's 7-0 Neptune in front. And then on the kickoff, Hunter Daly. Remember, it's got to go 10 yards for the kicking team to pick it up. 7, 8, 9, 9.5. There it is. DeAndre Dunn right at the 10-yard mark. Neptune gets the ball right back. They march down the field, and it's Jeree Parrish finding the end zone. He switched numbers. We know him as number 1. He's wearing 3 on this day. A touchdown run from 2 yards out makes it 14-0 Neptune. Now, Wall trying to get something going. Their defense able to create a turnover. That's Tim McGevna with the fumble recovery. But Neptune was absolutely dominant in this football game. O'Shane Curate doing it on both sides of the ball there. The quarterback sack of Matt Cluley. I'll tell you what, O'Shane Curate decided to make himself a mixtape, because take a look at this play right here. Curate with a little hurdle job. He almost gets it into the end zone. It's down at the 2-yard line, but no worries, because Royal Moore going to punch it in. Great run there by Royal Moore. Makes it look easy. 21-0 Neptune in front. And Curate, he was on fire. Here, his second sack of the first half. And then it's Curate taking it to the house with a pick 6. O'Shane Curate, whatever he had for breakfast, have it again. What a performance. That's what's so fun about high school football. You go to a game, I expected to see big plays from Isaiah Calhoun. I expected to see Royal Moore, Jeree Parrish. Who would have known that O'Shane Curate had himself a season's worth of highlights in one game? You saw them all. The touchdown catch, the pick 6, the 2 sacks, the hurdle. Wow, I'm a fan. 41-0 is your final. Safe to say that O'Shane Curate is going to be up for a game ball. I hope everyone in Neptune shows their support. This young man deserves to be honored coming up on Wednesday when we hand out a Monmouth Building Center game ball. At Toms River East, the Raiders looking for their first win. They were looking for an upset as well. It was a 14-7 lead for Freehold Boro at the half. Second half, Toms River East driving, looking to draw even, but Will Fromeni with the fumble recovery. It sets the stage for Jake Curry, the mobile, elusive quarterback. This is a broken play, not designed. Look what Jake Curry does in the face of turmoil. Wow, 70 yards. It's 21-7 Freehold Boro with 42 seconds left in the third. The Freehold Boro defense outstanding. Ashante Worthy, the great quarterback sack there on 4th down. The Colonials march right down the field. Josh Dixon finds the end zone for his 3rd touchdown of the game, and that seals the deal. The Freehold Boro Colonials, 28-7 winners over Toms River East. No one, and I mean no one in the world, saw this coming. A 7-0 record for Freehold Boro. Nothing short of an amazing story. So much credit needs to be given to head coach Dave Ellis and those Freehold Boro kids who stick together and play hard. Now, they have 2 awfully tough games to close out the regular season. Manalapan next Saturday, then at Middletown South. They will certainly be tested. It's not very often that you see a 7-0 team in the underdog role. I think that's what's going to happen over the next 2 weeks, but this Freehold Boro team will embrace it. We caught up with Jake Curry and head coach Dave Ellis after the game.
You know, I knew coming into the season that, if we came together and we played hard and we took care of the little things, that we would have a chance to win, all our football games. And, so far this team's bought into what we've been preaching, and they're practicing better. They're doing what we ask them. And, today this was adverse conditions, with calls not going our way, 2 touchdowns called back early, and, they kept fighting, and that's a tribute to them, and that's a tribute to the coaches.
It feels great. Obviously, coming off a 2-8 season last year, we just got fed up with losing. Over the off season, we really came together as a family. Like, we were bonding and stuff, like going out to eat as a team and just watching movies as a team, watching a lot of film as a team. So it definitely transpired on the field, and I think that's one of the main reasons why we're undefeated right now.
In Colts Neck, Brick Township taking on the Cougars, a rematch of last December state championship won by the Dragons. And a lot of those Dragons who have championship rings are back. This is Ray Fataruso on the screen, a 25-yard touchdown. It's 7-0 Brick Township, setting the tone early. And how about that Brick Township defense? Daniel Finelli with some great pressure here. That's 35. It helps James Giuliano get the sack. And we saw Brick turn to their run game. Fataruso, well, that's a good run right there, down to the 24-yard line. It sets the stage for Carmen Sclafani to throw his second touchdown pass. This one to Jaquez Johnson. Nice turn into the paint. That made it 14-0 on the 24-yard scoring play. And a nice little play design here. You saw Jasir Taylor go in motion. He comes back after he stumbles. Look at the blocking. Whoever drew that play up, I would save it for the playoffs. It worked all the way down to the 2-yard line. And in this range, Fataruso so reliable, knows how to get low and get into the zone. That made it 21-0. We saw Johnson with a touchdown catch here. A little good fortune. This one goes off the receiver. Look what I found. Jaquez Johnson, the pick six. 38 yards, made it 28-0. And then I want to show you a play here. Colts Neck's been doing this all season long to try and throw people off. You see, there's 6 linemen all the way up. The quarterback and the center are alone. It really spreads the field and gets you a mismatch in terms of numbers. But Brick knows how to counteract that because they know what's coming. And look at the result. That's a great play by Jordan Keefe. Good scheming by the Brick defense. And then Sclafani. You think that screen pass is working? They go to Fataruso again. Boy, that is effective. And when you've got everybody upfield blocking and you got Ray Fataruso going full steam, look out. And the first half scoring would close out. Casey Stackable with a field goal to make it 31-0. Brick Township goes on to the 45-7 win over Colts Neck. Now, Colts Neck reaching the state title last year with Anthony Gargiulo and that tremendous offensive line. They're all gone and off to college, so it's a rebuilding mode for Colts Neck. While Brick is certainly in position again to have another special season, they're going to be looking ahead to a big showdown next week against Toms River North. A-South has been fun week in and week out. Another great showdown. Speaking of Toms River North, how convenient. We have highlights of the Mariners taking on Southern Regional. Now, we know what happened last week. Southern pulling off the stunner 16-13 win at Toms River South. Toms River North looking to get to 5-2 on the season. John Bleichner had himself a huge game in the air here. He airs it out to Dominic Vanderbrook. This is a 36-yard gain, and the Rams are on the move. More Bleichner. This time he's just going to dump it off to Pat Walker. And Walker, check out this run. Great yards after the catch. 24 yards for the touchdown. Pat Walker put Southern in front 7-0. Southern would get the ball back on an onside kick. Bleichner scrambles, but Toms River North's defense comes up. It's Darian Carrington with the INT. At the end of one, it's 7-0 Southern, but the Mariners have the football. And it's time for Mike Husney to go to work. Here, scrambling, throws it up. Bryce Watts. What a catch. 26 yards. The extra point is no good. It's 7-6. Boy, that is a great pass play right there. Southern looking to answer. Bleichner to Zach Halliday. What a great catch in traffic. But Toms River North's defense would get a stop. Here's Cole Labatch with the sack. At the half, Southern has a 7-6 lead. Opening drive of the second half. Bleichner to Dom Vanderbrook. This, a 9-yard scoring play. It's 14-6 Rams. But Toms River North would have an answer. Check out Jordan Craig. Concentration 101. That is awesome. Great catch right there. keeps the drive going, was a 27-yard gain, and it would lead to this. Husney from a yard out. Two-point conversion, no good. It's 14-12, Southern by 2 with 5:39 to go in the third. Toms River North would then squib it, and that would work out real well because the Mariners are able to fall on the loose football. Big play in the game here. It's 4th down. Mike Husney lowers his shoulder. He goes 8 yards, gets the first down, keeps the chains moving, and it would set the stage for the go-ahead score. Asante Moore from 4 yards out. Toms River North scores 2 times in a minute 30 stretch. It's 18-14 Mariners with 4:09 to go in the third. Toms River North would get a stop, and then they get the ball back late in the fourth and then check out Asante Moore. This right here is determination and pure physicality. It takes about half the town of Manahawkin to bring him down. Moore with a 21-yard gain. It sets the stage for the insurance score. Husney with his second TD run of the game from 2 yards out. And Toms River North comes from behind for a 24-14 win over Southern Regional. This A-South has been an absolute treat to watch week in and week out. There are so many good football teams. Jackson Memorial, Brick Township, Brick Memorial, Southern, Toms River South, and Toms River North. They all just beat each other up week in and week out, and it's just fun to watch. A great win on the road. Remember, this Toms River North team had just 1 win last year? Well, look now, they're 5-2, and a big reason is their sophomore quarterback, Mike Husney. He talked with our Alex Lorenzo after the game.
First half, we stayed on the spread a lot, and we usually established the run early, which we didn't really do. In the second half, we came out playing North football like we usually do.
What's it like playing A-South? Seems like you guys are in a competitive, tough game every week, and you guys are 5-2 now. So what's that like?
A-South is the hardest division in the short conference. There's a lot of good teams, Brick, Jackson Memorial, Southern, but nothing matters right now except Brick, and to beat Brick and to get in the playoffs.
We wrap things up at Marlboro High School. The Mustangs hosting East Brunswick for their homecoming, looking for their first win of the season. And once again, we see signs of improvement by this Marlboro team. Check out Mo Omar, elusive. And Omar, nice job switching hands right there. Gets it inside the 10-yard line. It's 7-0 East Brunswick at this point, but Marlboro's about to get on the board because Michael Wolf finds DeJuan McAllister. That's a great grab. 7-6. Marlboro down just 1 in the second quarter. And then the Mustangs take the lead. It's Mo Omar. 12-7. But East Brunswick on the road would settle down. They took a 14-12 lead at the half, and then Kevin Hemmings airs it out to Sean O'Sullivan. And O'Sullivan takes it all the way for the score. And East Brunswick goes on to a 35-12 win over Marlboro. The last couple of weeks, the Freehold Township game and this East Brunswick game, we've seen improvement out of Marlboro. They're finding themselves in games at the half. That's the next step towards getting that first victory. So I hope Jason D'Agato and his coaching staff can keep these kids motivated, have them keep working hard. Because improvement, no question, we've seen it the last 2 weeks right here on Shore Sports Zone with this Marlboro Mustangs football team. Don't forget to visit shoresportszone.com Sunday morning to cast your vote for the top play and top performer from Week 7. We'll be handing out 2 more Monmouth Building Center game balls later on this week. And if you like what you see here on shoresportszone.com, please support our sponsors. You see them all over our page. They're the reason we can bring you high school coverage all year long. And as our sponsors grow, our coverage will grow here on shoresportszone.com. For all the great folks on the Shore Sports Zone team, I'm Rich Krampanis. Thanks so much for logging on, and we'll see you this week with some high school soccer and high school field hockey on shoresportszone.com.